You are a champion.
Daddy, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Because she
All
wanted
the
to
time.
spend the day with you,
It's
right?
the only day we saw each other.
I was a stressed out corporate slave. I never saw my family, John. John, he said take it! He said take it!
Hey, welcome back. It's Sam Crowley on the Sam Crowley Show on the Every Day is Saturday Network. I want to thank you for joining me. I know you could be doing anything, anywhere right now, and plugging into our channel is an awesome investment of your time. I promise not to disappoint you today, but today I'm going to talk about making dreams come true, right? Just going after the dream, living like a kid again, dancing like nobody's watching, singing like nobody is listening, all of those things. You know you all want to do, right? You do it in your car, you do it in the shower. When nobody's watching is who you really are. I had an opportunity to be that individual last week in a sea of thousands as I had an opportunity to go see one of my childhood idols, a band, New Edition. Ralph, Bobby, Johnny, Ricky, Mike, all the boys from New Edition. Man, I grew up with that sound in the 80s. Had an opportunity to see them one time in the 80s. Missed it. And here they were coming back through my area last week and had an opportunity to jump on it. Made an impulsive decision, as just about all my decisions are. Good and bad. I make them quickly. I change my mind slowly. By the way, that's a successful principle right there. Make decisions quickly, change your mind slowly. Go with your gut. My gut said I had to see these guys, man. They're on their 30th year of making music. It's a reunion tour for them. And hey, man, I had the time of my life. I was dancing and singing in the aisles like nobody was watching. I was 10 rows back. It was unbelievable. Some of you might be thinking, that's so cool. Others might be thinking, dude, New Edition? I don't care, man. I loved it. I mean, I loved it. I was by myself. Imagine that. Nobody would go with me, as is the case most places I go, whether it's movies, a restaurant, or anywhere else. However, it was awesome. But it had so much more meaning than that. Now, can I get serious? Can you allow me a little bit of space to get serious on today's show and why this matters to you and why you should really pay attention? One of the songs that really resonated with me, New Edition's If It Isn't Love, right? If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? Oh man, I should be on American Idol. But anyway, that song was famous, played on the radio all the time in the summer of 1988. In the summer of 1988, I dropped out of college, much to my mother, Catherine's, disappointment. Oof, yeah, that was a tough one. I believe she wanted me to continue my college career. I just wasn't feeling it though. So I dropped out of Penn State and I was out at a bar. Imagine that. I was at a bar in Bradford, Pennsylvania, and with a buddy of mine, Pat. And Pat said, hey, what do you got going on this summer? I'm like, and it was August, by the way. I'd spent the whole summer just kind of doing nothing, a whole lot of nothing. And as a 19-year-old would be doing at that point in time, 20 years old, just turned 20 in June of that year. And Pat says, hey, what are you doing? This was August. You go back to school? I'm, nah, not really going back to school. You got any plans? Nope, not really. He goes, I go, what are you doing, Pat? I said, well, I'm going to West Palm Beach. What are you doing down there? I got to continue college down there, 2 more years. Great, I'm in. He said, you're in? I said, I'm in, dude. When you leaving? He said, next week. I'm in. I'd never been to Florida. Actually, I don't believe at that time I'd ever been further than Washington, D.C. when I was 8 years old for my sister's graduation from law school. But that didn't, stop me. I was kind of curious what was going on in the state of Florida. So Pat and I loaded up his Grand Am, drove 23 hours from Bradford, PA down to West Palm Beach, Florida. And then the real fun began. Had no place to live. We were in a hotel, stayed in a Days Inn the first night, some other hotel the second night. Found a place in to get to the third night. And didn't really have any bedding, didn't have any money. So fortunately, it was garbage night, okay? And there was a king and a twin mattress on the curb that had been discarded by one of the neighbors. So I picked it up, brought it inside, and that was where I slept for the next 90 days on a king-size mattress, no box spring or frame or anything, and then a twin-size mattress on top of that. No other furniture, nothing. I remember every day I ate grilled cheese. I'd put 2 pieces of bread in the toaster, and then I would take a piece of cheese and put it in the middle. When the toast popped up, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and that was my lunch every day, right? Long story short, I answered an ad in the newspaper to be a stockbroker, And you didn't need a college degree, thank God. But what they didn't tell me, and thank God they didn't tell me this either, is that only 20% of the people that take the Series 7 exam pass it. And these are people with MBAs, college degrees, blah, blah, blah. I had 20 college credits to my name. Most were gym and health class. Completely unqualified to take any standardized testing at any level, elementary, high school, far be it even the Series 7. And wouldn't you know, I passed. A little bit of a lesson there too. I didn't know what I couldn't do. I didn't know you weren't supposed to pass it. I studied my off for 30 straight days. They gave me cassette tapes and a book, and what else did I have to do? You know, I had nothing else going on, so I just locked myself in a room for 30 days, and I passed the Series 7 exam. Became a stockbroker in West Palm Beach. That was fun. There's not enough video here to go into those escapades for the next 24 months, but let me tell you, it was a good time. I turned 21 while I was down in West Palm Beach. A lot of fun happened down there. But anyway, New Edition. Getting back, the song resonated in my mind because we heard it on the radio from Bradford, Pennsylvania, all the way to West Palm Beach 100 times. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? I mean, it was all the time. And I'm telling you, man, music takes you back like instantly. It's like a drug. You know what I'm talking about? Like, as soon as I heard that song, they opened, it was the second song they sang at the concert last week, and it took me back to 1988 in West Palm Beach, Florida, when I had nothing. I mean, I had nothing. Dropped out of college, I had absolutely nothing. But the song made me feel so good again, and that's when I just went nuts at the concert. It was unbelievable. So the whole point of this video today while I'm shooting this is the decisions I've made since then allowed me to just make that impulsive decision. You know, leaving a job 7, 8 years ago, wanting freedom, wanting autonomy, wanting to just be able to do some crazy stuff, not have to ask permission. I mean, I can only imagine if I was in a job someplace, I would have never been able to make that happen because there just would have been too many moving parts. Would have maybe have somebody cover for me, or would have had to ask permission to leave early to get to the venue on time. It was none of that went on, you know. I just said, hey, click, StubHub, buy ticket, 10th row, boom, I'm at concert, done. So the decisions you make today are going to allow you, or not allow you, to be free 5, 6, 7 years from now. I mean, even the slightest decisions. Who you decide to call today. Maybe you're somebody that needs to pick up the phone and get some business generated. Maybe you need to network. Maybe you need to get off your rusty duff and actually do what you say that you've been meaning to do for quite some time. Because had I not done all that 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and set myself up, nights like last week would have never happened. And man, let me tell you something. My family would have come around me all weekend. I mean, I had New Edition going in my headphones the entire weekend long, singing it to everybody. Mr. Telephone Man. Get away, Dad. Get away. Everybody's like, get away. That was my night. I escaped. You talk about escape. You ever feel like you just escape? You want to just get away for a couple of hours? You want to go see somebody in concert? What song takes you back 20 years? You know, post it here. I want to know. That would be awesome. If you're watching this video this far, which you better be doing, what song takes you back to one of the greatest times of your life? I mean, that song, New Edition's If It Isn't Love, takes me right back to 1988, man. A special time in my life. What's yours? I want to know. That's an awesome topic. I'd love to see what you guys got to say. Anyway, make decisions now that set yourself up to be free 5, 6, 7 years from now. I know it may be tough right now. I know that light isn't a bit of a glimmer at the end of the tunnel. I get that part. Look, it's that way for all of us, but it doesn't need to be like that forever. The decisions you make today are going to change your life. Just a couple of months from now, you'll be completely different. 2 years, forget about it. You're going to be awesome. You'll be unstoppable. But in order to be unstoppable, you got to make decisions that lead to really powerful actions, right? And a lot of it starts right here. Okay, that's all you need, is to just change the way you are thinking. And man, I'll tell you, I'm still flying high from the concert last week, and I'm going to see him in Columbus, May 25th, Indy, a couple weeks after that. And I'm going to follow him around. Man, why not? Got all the time in the world when I'm not shooting great videos for you. Anyway, as a recap, also, our Pay It Forward campaign is just awesome. You guys rock. We have a fan of the Everyday is Saturday site we're going to announce this week who's contributing $100 towards our fan helping fans. Just make it a better life for them. Last week, Shella Edie's, let me tell you something. We helped her keep a roof over her head for a couple more weeks. Just simple donation. I contributed $100 through the website. Another fan, Bren, as we talked about, doubled it. It's made it $200. FedEx to check to Shelley. She could not be happier. So, hey, let me tell you something. Fans, helping fans. There's great people in the world. We're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it well. Anyway, my name's Sam Crowley. founder of EverydayIsSaturday.com. If we can serve you in any way, shape, or form, if you'd like me to speak to your group, if you would like to plug into more of our message, whatever it is, check us out. Facebook.com/EverydayIsSaturday, or hit me up, Sam@EverydayIsSaturday.com. Have the best day ever.
You are a champion.
Daddy, it's tomorrow Saturday. It's tomorrow Saturday.
Because she
All
wanted
the
to
time.
spend the day with you,
It's the only
right?
day we saw each other.
I was a stressed out corporate slave. I never saw my family, John. John, it's take it. He said take it. He said take it.